Why CPR should be a required class in school. What happens if you were hanging out with your friends and an elderly lady drops to the floor and is unresponsive? The feeling of wanting to help her but not knowing the type of skill is kind of saddening, and you really want to help her and you can't. Which is why it would be good to learn CPR. Because if you didn't know CPR in this situation, you would be left confused and wondering what you could have done to prevent so and so from happening. My purpose today is to convince you all that CPR training should be required for students before they graduate high school. Knowing how to do CPR can save so many people's lives and be more prepared for any future coincidences. And it will also have a safer environment around us. Firstly, I'm going to explain how CPR would save lives and how schools are the best place for that because it can reach anybody and anyone. And lastly, why CPR should be mandatory to know in our life. CPR saves lives. It can happen anywhere, any place, any time, and any day. Stated by the American Heart Association, in 1 year alone, 436,000 Americans die from a cardiac arrest. During school, in the middle of a day, during a game, anytime in the public, in the morning, during night, it can happen, and you never know when this can be a good thing to know. A video by CNN that I watched the other day showed me how important time is during any crucial time. By the end, quoted by the end of 10 minutes or so, there is no longer any chance of survival. What was more upsetting to me was in the video, there was about 5 to 7 people, and no one could really help because they didn't understand the knowledge on how to perform CPR. So they were all left helpless, just feeling bad and not knowing what to do. CPR keeps the blood and oxygen flow going towards the brain and organs. So knowing CPR and getting to them within these first few minutes can help them stay alive rather than just leaving them be. According to the American Heart Association, immediate CPR can double or triple chances of survival after cardiac arrest. And it is also proven by other multiple sources that I was reading as well. A great way to get to know and knowledge all of this information is learning CPR throughout high school. Not just that, we have 4 years in total. It can be a 2 week course during summer or just something to get to boost their GPA before getting into college. High schools are the best place to teach CPR, honestly, in my opinion. Schools have all the connections and resources to know all this information, and it would just be a good thing to know in general, especially because we're young during high school, and I feel when we're younger, we learn things faster as well. And it would honestly be a really good thing to have before graduating, so you come out of high school graduating knowing CPR in case of any coincidence or situation. And many people would have this skill as well, so it would just be better in general. There has to be more possibilities to learn CPR, said by Harvard Health Publishing. Shorter, more accessible training and help from technology may encourage more people to learn and administer their life saving technique. And it could also be a boosted GPA, like I said before. It could be online, hybrid, or in person. Just something to know because I think it would be really good for our future and it could prevent any future deaths as well. There would also be many more people of any age that can help, not just elder adults or waiting for paramedics to come and save the day. And it's just something to that I think was really important to bring about. And it's a skill that teenagers can learn really easily and simply. I was looking into it the other day, and it's really simple to learn. If you really wanted to, you could learn it within hours rather than days or weeks. It just depends on how committed you are on wanting to learn CPR. And you could learn it from the age of 12 or 10. It just depends if you really wanted to or not. No matter the background, no money really is necessary, and your background wouldn't matter because you're in high school either way. So you could get that class either way. There is no money needed. If students know how to do CPR, it would make a community so much safer. Imagine how much more people can and would be saved if people would learn CPR. And CPR training will make our community stronger and safer as well. Strangers will be able to help each other out, your neighbor next door, across the street, simply on a walk, students to teachers as well, family members, and all of the above. And it would also be very helpful because more bystanders can be ready to help before paramedics arrive because I feel us as a community, we rely on paramedics a lot, and relying on us as a community would be so much better because, again, um, cardiac arrest is really fast, and if you don't get to them in 10 minutes, it won't work out. As I'm going to mention right now, stated by American Medical Association, CPR saves lives, just not as many as it should. That's because too few Americans know how to perform it. So when people experience heart attacks in public or in their homes, often there is simply no one around who knows how to help them. And with each minute that passes, the chances of surviving heart attacks, it declines. Learning this skill in high school is a great opportunity to carry it into our adulthood, as well as having the courage to perform it. The American Red Cross says confidence comes from hand on practice, the kind that builds muscle, memory, and rehearse calm so that when the moment arrives, your body already knows what to do. And I also second that because I am a hands on person, and once I get the hang of things and learn them hands on, it's kind of like a job. You kind of get the hang of it and you know more experience about it. In a video by St. John as well, I saw they explain how CPR is really in a matter of time, and in the video by St. John Victoria, she shows the exact motions as well needed to learn CPR. If you constantly practice those key motions, you honestly will truly be a lifesaver, literally. So having these knowledge of CPR, it can be really important, and having the ability to perform CPR is what changes a person's life or death situation, literally. We never know what time or day it will be when we need these actions and skills, but honestly, me personally, I would rather have these skills and be prepared. I don't know about you all. By making CPR a mandatory class in high school, students would have a skill that can last a lifetime. It is never too late to learn CPR or